Hello and welcome, my name is Ricky and in this video I will be talking about Lin and why you should not forget to save for this weapon as an F2P. And save your dark crystals to at least get this weapon's 3 star. So I myself will be saving for this weapon's 3 star or try to at least get 3 stars because this weapon's 3 star is really that much valuable and it makes this weapon so much better. And if you don't know, Lin is already been shown in the Vera trailer, so this confirms that Lin is going to come with the Vera update. And if you have not seen that trailer, I will give you a link in the description. So why save for Lin? Firstly, the shatter and charge value of this weapon are both S tiers. Like, this weapon can do everything. It can shatter and it can charge, so you don't have to worry about anything else. Just switch to this weapon and use it. It will shatter and charge both at the same time. Secondly, Lin also has a crit damage, which is very good, so it will increase your crit. And thirdly, Lin brings a new element to the table, which is the aberration. So simply the aberration effect does is that it marks the target and explodes after 5 seconds, and the explosion deals 25% of the damage dealt during the marked period. So you would want to use Lin as your active weapon and keep attacking to charge up. When it fully charges, it will trigger the aberration mark. Then switch to your main DPS, use its discharge as because it will already be fully charged, and deal as much damage as you can for 5 seconds. After that, the aberration mark will explode. And keep in mind that damage can go up to 560%, which is a lot of damage dealt during that 5 seconds. And the fourth point is it brings a special trait, which is this weapon mastery, which produces Night Bloom, which will explode dealing 60% AoE damage. And it activates when you are using this weapon with other weapons, and this will always be active because you will always be using this weapon with other weapons. And also keep in mind, because of this elementary mastery, using different elements on your team gives different effect on Lin's skills. I will explain in details about this in the next section, which is how to use Lin properly. So how to use Lin properly? For that we need to understand how Lin works. So Lin has a normal attack, a air strike, a mud scatter, these things, this falling shadow. So what's interesting about this is the normal attack, but what's interesting is the mud scatter and short-lived. So what mud scatter does is attack and hold attack. So press a attack and press a hold attack and you will trigger mud scatter, which will deal damage. But what's interesting about this skill is it has a passive, which is quickly click the basic attack after mud scatter to perform a fully charged short-lived. And what is fully charged short-lived? It is just a charge attack, so you just hold the attack button to fully charge, and it has 3 charge stages, and the third charge state is the fully charged and the most damage. So what you do is just attack and hold attack and trigger the mud scatter, and then quickly press a basic attack to fully charge short-lived and release a fully charged short-lived, which will be 46.2% of attack damage. So this is something you can just spam, literally spam this, and this is the highest attack in short period of time that you can output every time, and it does not even consume stamina. Just by doing this combo, every time you do this combo properly, you will be doing 329.4% of total attack damage. And other than this, nothing else is interesting here. Air strike is like go up in the air, and basic attack, normal attack is normal attack, and this attack is just a knocking skill. So you jump and hold attack and you knock the target. So this is a CC skill, only CC skill I will say in her kit. So use this skill and CC and then use your skill, and we will be talking about skill in the later section. And after you have done this combo can be used more efficiently if you pair this combo with the dodge. So what dodge is, when you dodge and press the normal attack, it will generate Night Blooms, which is just extra damage, and also form a field that lasts 5 seconds and reduces enemy movement speed. So the basic combo should be dodge, attack, create this field which will decrease the movement, and when the enemy's movement are decreased, they will not be able to run away from you quickly. Then use this combo and dish out the most damage that you can. And the dodge also have something special, which is this passive, which gives you immunity to control effects. So just dodge, and whenever you are getting CC'd, just click dodge and you will get out of there, break out of that field immediately, and also generate this field which will reduce the movement speed. But this has a 20-second cooldown, so you can't spam it every time you get CC'd. So it has a 20-second cooldown. Now coming to the skill. So the skill has so much thing to read. So to quickly explain to you what this skill actually does is, it generates a field which is called Moonlight Realm for 15 seconds and has a 30-second cooldown, and during this time you will get 10% damage bonus, gain 20% increased jumping ability, and your stamina consumption will be reduced. And when you will use the Shadow Weaver, which is this weapon, you will get bonuses, which is a bonus attack which is shuttle and longeon attack that deals, the damage is not that good, not that high, but you will spawn 1 to 3 night blooms, which is extra damage. And you will also randomly generate night blooms every 0.8 seconds inside this realm. And this also has a passive where you deal 50% more damage against a target which has 20% less HP. And then there is also this passive makes you teleport away from the target, but also has 10-second cooldown. And the most important trait of this Moonlight Realm is that it creates different effects if you have different kinds of weapons. So when you have 2 flame weapons in your loadout and you also have Lin and use Lin's skill, the skill will be transformed into a flame Moonlight Realm, where any burn effects applied will have their duration extended and increased flame damage to shielded targets by 15%. So this is when you have 2 flame weapons. When you have similarly when you have 2 volt weapons, volt damage is increased by 30%, and dodge has a 65% chance of not being consumed, and each dodge attack deals 35% more damage. So this is what it does when you have 2 volt weapon. And when you have 2 frost weapon with Lin and use the skill, the frost realm will be converted into ice Moonlight Realm. Hit by 10 times, they enter a state of frostbitten for 15 seconds and they receive 22% more frost damage. And when paired with 2 physical weapon, it will deal 150% of attack plus 8 attack every second if the enemy has a shield. And when paired with 2 different types of element, gain 15% attack for all element while inside the realm. So that's what the skill does basically. And the discharge skill is just a skill which gives a huge amount of damage, like 542% attack damage, and strongly pulls the target inside the field. And also after a while the gravity field explodes, dealing this much damage, and you are immune to damage, but this does not take effect in Apex League. So Apex League is like the PvP, so when you are in PvP, this immunity to damage does not take effect. Now let's come to the part, the advancements. So why should we try to get the 3 stars, that the 3 advancements of Lin? So what the first advancement does is basic attack now deals AoE damage, that is area of effect damage, and Night Bloom explosion deal more damage now with advancement 1, and they spawn more often in weapon skill. So weapon skill also randomly generates Night Blooms, which are these, the Night Blooms which deal 60% AoE damage randomly. So now the Moonlight Realm has reduced spawn time of Night Blooms. That generally means like more Night Blooms will be spawned in less duration. And the second advancement increases the weapon attack growth, so that is attack buff. And the third, this is the most important, Moonlight Realm reduces the spawn time of Night Bloom. So 0.3 second is the spawn time of Night Bloom. So every 0.3 second Night Blooms will be spawning, and Night Blooms now attached to enemies. So whenever you use the weapon skill and Night Bloom are generated, 0.3 seconds, any Night Bloom that is generated will now attach to enemy, so enemy can't do anything about this damage, so they can't run away from this damage. The Night Bloom will attach to them and will explode, dealing damage. And the more time they spend inside your skill, the more Night Bloom will be attached to them and they will take free damage, so you don't even have to do anything. As long as they are in the field, they will keep taking damage. And the Moonlight Realm, which is the skill, duration is also increased by 20 seconds. So your Moonlight Realm will stay on the field for 35 seconds and the skill duration or CD cooldown itself is 30 seconds, so you will have 100% uptime of the skill. So that's why it's so important. Like, I want to at least go to 3 stars of this weapon, and it still has some time before Vera is released. So if we target to save for Lin and start saving from right now, we can save for at least 3 stars. Obviously 6 stars will be a bit much to ask, but 6 star is also increasing some stuff, like 4 star is increasing the growth, 5 star is increasing weapon charge and increase the damage of discharge skill by 15%, so that's a huge damage boost. And now the skill has more charges with 6th advancement and also have a damage bonus of 15%, so more damage bonus. But I don't think as a F2P we would be able to like 6 star a weapon, but 3 star is achievable. So that's it for this video. Good luck to everyone who's summoning for Claudia. Like, I will also be summoning for Claudia. I will make a summoning video on that also. So good luck to everyone and thank you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.